Hello.
Hello.
We are here. We're back. We've been gone for a couple of weeks. I was on vacation and Louie's been swamped with other things going on. So we're back today. So we've been kind of going back and forth what we were going to talk about, and I think that we're going to touch on a little bit what's been going on at the shop, and as far as like the people who are coming in and people who've never been here before just kind of wandering on in and just kind of asking what is going on in the world, that the energy just feels so heavy, not just in the world but in their own world personally.
Yeah, the energy out there is pretty crazy right now.
It is, and I think that everything that is going on with everything that we see and hear on the news, stuff we see through social media is really affecting people. So we just thought we would touch a little bit on that, because that seems to be what's been coming into the store quite a bit.
Yeah, you've been talking to a lot of the customers.
Right.
And has it always been like this? Those kind of special how can we word it? Cases, yeah.
Well, there's always been a lot of different things going on as far as like the energetic, but it seems like as of lately, I think a lot more people are feeling it. Last week I had a couple of moms come in. One lady, a 12-year-old girl, and another lady had a 12-year-old boy. And I mean, when the energy is not only affecting us, but when it's starting to affect the kids, that's when you're like, okay, what is really going on in the world, to where kids who are just 12 years old, who should be really concentrating on, video games and getting outside and having fun in summertime. Right. They're wondering like what is going on, and as one mom said, her son said, what's the point? There's so much pain in the world. That's heavy.
Yeah, it is.
So I just just something like that. So we just thought we would touch on it a little bit. We have people that come in asking what can they do, so we always give them a little bit of some tips and some techniques on what they can do. One of them for sure I always recommend is obviously some meditation. Even for kids could sit for a few minutes, kind of make it a little fun. With the you go onto YouTube and all kinds of things, pulling some oracle cards, doing some journaling.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of prayer, but breath work. I tell them, breath work is a good way to get grounded, kind of clear your head a little bit.
Yeah, that's a lot too. I mean, I think with all ages, it can be anywhere from the youngest I worked with on breath work was, I think, 9 years old. And all the way up to 70 something.
Right.
I'm gonna have to rate their age, but yeah, 70.
Right. So I mean, it is beneficial. I mean, it kind of clears the mind a little bit. Some people don't feel that. They said breath work. Is that really going to help me? But it really can, because it becomes a practice, just like your meditation or your prayer.
Even I think Reiki and Chi will help too.
Right.
I had some clients. I think they were 11 years old. It was like a total different person the next day.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, the mom called me. She says, "Hey, he's doing great. He wants to come and see you again." I'm like, "Well, just bring him over." And they stopped coming. I guess the kid is doing good
better.
now.
That's
good. A lot better.
So you did your job.
Yeah.
So I know. So we highly recommend coming in for Reiki. And right now, with the way things are financially, I just recommend that people come in and maybe come to the Reiki Circle.
Yes.
We have the circle. We offer it once a month. It's $11 per person. You come in. It's not a one-on-one session, but we all work on you as a group. The $11 goes back out into the community. We just donate it back to a charity. So that's another way to come in and just get a little bit of healing, maybe 10-15 minutes, and just kind of hang out with some like-minded people.
Yeah, get some tips, pick up some information, maybe like one of the practitioners.
Right. Yeah, we'll pull out our tuning forks and our crystal bowls and things like that, and help you get a little centered and a little grounding done too. Yeah. So, and we also offer sound bath. So I tell them, why don't you come in for sound bath? Louie does that every Thursday at 6:30 in the evening. Come in, rest a little bit, kind of tune in or tune out, however you choose to word it. But that's another thing for people to do. But it's just so sad that so many people are dealing with all of this heaviness, and just they don't have anywhere to go. They have no outlet.
Yeah, they should come. They should come here to the Mindful Lotus and ask for more information. But I think you're right though. The sound baths, the meditation, and breath work is the key to ground yourself and help you with the stress.
Right, right. And little kids, 12 years old, stressed already.
Yeah, so, that's sad. And then we're talking about that too before. They're when they get bullied. It's not just at school no more. Now they have social media, so they're bringing that home too.
Right.
Yeah, so they can't just leave the problems at school or whatever who's bullying them. Now it's everywhere.
Right.
Yeah,
right. So
it's sad.
It is sad. It is sad. And then they have nowhere to go. A lot of people don't want to participate in a church or a temple or anything like that. So they're looking for means of like, what do I do? How can I help myself? So people are really out there seeking spiritual guidance.
And that is true. I have, I think, at least 4 clients that the mothers brought in their kids, and they said they were going to take them to a therapist or a psychiatrist. But before they even got to the therapist or the psychiatrist, they seemed like they got a lot better.
Right.
A lot better. So,
that's good. So it is beneficial. It is helping a little bit.
It is.
So but they have to come and experience it.
Yes, they have to.
That's the thing. Different. So and a lot of people will go online and do sound baths online, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But being in person, you actually get to feel what that's like in person, with the bowls and connecting with the bowls and just the whole vibe of it.
That's right. Yeah, they gotta come and check it out here. I mean, the sound bath is not just a sound bath, but you kind of get a little bit charged up, the way because I've been doing it, I was here every day, I mean not once a week before I was working here, and I remember like, okay, this one's okay, now I know what bowls to hit, what frequencies and stuff to charge you up, not just to like ground you or fall asleep, but to charge you up. So now
do you do a little meditation along with the sound bath? How do you conduct a sound bath? What is your process?
Well, some of my clients, I tell them if they want to meditate, come in a little bit earlier. We do a little bit of breath work, some meditation, or I'll teach them to meditate, to do the sound bath sitting up. Or and some, of course, they want to lay down, they just want to relax and stuff. But a lot of them, we do a little bit of meditation. I tell them to come in a little earlier. Yeah.
And I know, Jamie, Jamie who brought her mother-in-law.
Oh yeah.
She gave it some really interesting advice, which I thought was amazing, which I didn't even think of it myself. But she said maybe because obviously her mother-in-law knew what was going on, so she knew that she was releasing. And
that was interesting.
Yeah. So Jamie's like, hey, you know what? Maybe a little warning for those of us who don't know. And I said, hey, you know what, that's a great idea, because we always assume that people kind of know what they're getting into, but not everyone does. And her mother-in-law happened to know. She goes, this is just a normal process. I'm releasing, I'm clearing. And so I just thought, okay, so that's another thing that maybe we could touch on, a little bit about how even when you do a little Reiki, when you get a Reiki, even though it's maybe 10-15 minutes, the body's going to be clearing and releasing when no longer it needs. Obviously a one-on-one session is much better than a 10 and 15 minute one, but I don't think people realize just the process the body goes through spiritual work like this.
But that's very powerful. It's, you can feel the energy, and sometimes it might be too strong, it might get you a little nauseous. But it's just the energy just balancing you out. So.
And like her mom, So it just affects everyone differently.
That's right.
But I mean, it is pretty powerful. It is a cleansing. It clears, and it helps get you centered.
That's right.
Maybe we should start offering it for kids.
I think we should. I think so, because there's not a lot of people are doing that around here.
And maybe not a full hour or anything like that, because a lot of kids can't sit or lay still for that long. But even a little mini session for the kids every once in a while and see.
That is so beneficial. True. Some of my students, they're bringing their kids and stuff. They say, can I bring my kids? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I can see them just moving around, opening up their eyes and see what's going on. It's funny.
I will see what's going on. What's he doing? But maybe something like that would be beneficial to just have it for kids and be just a little shorter version.
That's a great idea. I think so.
Let's see if we could get kids a little bit more involved.
That's right.
Somehow. So if there's any teachers out there that work with kids and you want to come in and do some spiritual work and just for kids, contact me. Because we should offer some things for kids a little bit more than we do. Because actually we don't offer anything. We did at one time, quite a few years ago, but it would be good to do something like that for kids, just directed at kids, so they could hopefully
it's a great
get
idea.
some help.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't want to ask, and you know, you have to have a good relationship with your parent to be able to say, hey, you know, this pain is too great. What's the point?
That's true.
So that's a thought right there. So, maybe somebody could come in and help us out with that.
Right. You could start doing that.
Yeah. So what else would you recommend?
Well, probably start doing some Reiki too. For them to start learning how to do Reiki, they can work on themselves.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's true. A lot of kids are highly evolved.
Yes.
And so they're a little bit more open to doing that kind of work.
Yeah, because I have one client. I work on the grandmother, and then she brought in her grandson. I think he was like 7 years old. It was funny though, because he had some stuff that was going on at school, so he was kind of like troubled, and he was kind of mean and stuff to the teachers and stuff. So they asked me if I can work on him. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's no problem. But it was funny though, because when I would just go over his body, over his I had my hand over his crown, and I was going over his solar plex, his heart, his solar plex. I just kept on going like this, not even touching his body, and he's all, hey, what's those rocks? What was those rocks that he had on me? I'm like, what? Like, that's the fourth person that told me that. So they feel something like rocks or something touching their solar plexus.
So like a heaviness or something around that area.
Yeah. So it's funny because the kids they never lie. They
no,
never
they
lie.
don't.
So they tell you things, they're like, okay, don't quiet.
That's true. Yeah. Kids are like yoga pants.
Exactly.
There's no lying, no hiding.
Nope. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But it helped him though, right?
Oh, he loved it. Yeah, I think I saw him. They're supposed to do another session with me. Yeah.
Well, hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Kind of like follow up and see how he's doing.
Yeah, that's right.
But and we do have, I think, coming up in a few weeks. I'm not sure. I think it's June 25th. We have the fairy garden workshop too. So get kids outside, get them off their phone, get a little soil on their hands, and do some gardening.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be fun for them too.
Yeah.
But it's just such a heavy time for a lot of us right now. It just really is.
Yeah, especially everything that's going on around the world right now. Everything, the gas prices, the food, well, I don't say food, but materials. Like even going to Home Depot to get something, there's nothing. You know? Right. The baby formula, all that.
I know.
Just weird times right now.
It really is. So just that's where you gotta find some kind of spiritual practice just to keep yourself centered and grounded, and a lot of faith. You know, don't live in fear, obviously. You don't want to live in fear. You want to be a little aware, but you don't want to live in fear.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's nice to have a spiritual practice in place.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know what spiritual practice is. Come into the Mindful Lotus and get a taste of it, you know. It's just more on yourself, building your own energy.
Right.
My daughter, she was dropping me off. She asked me, so Dad, what are you guys going to talk about today? I'm like, we're still talking. I'm still thinking about it, you know. So
well, you and I talk on the phone all the time. We have so many things to talk about. And then we get here and we're like,
Yeah, but she did ask me about what's the difference between religion and spirituality. And I told her, you know, religion is it's more man-made, and spirituality is more working on yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So I told her, but there's different things, you know, I don't want to turn down our religion or anything, but it works for some people. But some people are at school. School's not for everybody, like college and stuff. They're more like a trade school or something. So it helps. Sometimes I feel like I'm not good being at school either. So I prefer be working on myself instead of having somebody in a group and trying to help me and stuff.
Right.
So I just told her that work on yourself, and religion is more like what's the right word? But you gotta follow a certain things all the time. Yeah. So, but I told her too. Don't get me wrong. Spirituality, there might be some good ones and some bad too. But it's just up to the person what they feel comfortable with.
Right. Yeah. You just gotta figure it out and see which one resonates with you.
Yeah.
You've gotta try several different things.
Exactly.
Just like churches, you gotta find different churches to see which one you fit into, just like your spiritual practice.
Yeah, and our practice is tradition too, so it's not just like you came up with it or it's new age or anything. Right. So ours is pretty authentic. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, the practice.
Right? I mean, I think I was talking to Nick about that too. We were talking about, you know, how some will call it God, some will call it Buddha, some will call it the Creator.
Yeah.
But it's basically all the same.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Basically the same
That's true.
thought process, the same intention, just to a different being, if you will.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
So, but we have some stuff coming up, hopefully, here at the shop we're working on. We want to get Yesenia in here, so we have a psychic medium coming in July 10th, I believe. We're, I think at 11 in the morning. We're still working out the details with that, but she's going to do a spirit circle. She is truly amazing.
Yeah, she is.
She's a really good reader. I think she's in the works of doing a talk show or a radio show or something like that.
I think in Televisión. Yeah.
Something like that. I couldn't remember what it was, but we're working on getting her here.
And she's bilingual.
Yes, bilingual. So, but come and check that out as well. I think we're doing that, like I said, the 10th.
Yes.
And then Saturday, July 9th, we have the stargazing sound bath outside.
That's gonna be nice.
So that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be July, so it'll be hot, but it'll be nice in the evening. We'll get the fire pit going and do some sound bath out there. So that's another thing that you could come to and, you know, bring your kids if they're able to, you know, lay still for a little while.
Correct.
So there's, you know, there's a few things for, you know, for all of you. Something for the kids, the stargazing, and, you know, coming out for Yesenia, the parents. Coming out and getting a little healing done as far as like connecting with maybe a loved one or getting a message or something like that. So we do have some things coming up, and we have a few other things, but we haven't worked out those details just yet. But you know, we're working on stuff for you guys out there, because we all feel it too. We just feel the heaviness. Believe us, we do.
Everybody does. Yeah.
And we're just doing our best.
Yes, we are.
You just get out of bed. Be grateful that you're healthy enough to get out of bed on your own 2 feet, and just face the day the best that you can.
That's right.
And if you need to take a break, take a break. A lot of people think that you got to work yourself to death.
Yeah.
But
I know.
Speaking to someone right across from me.
Yeah, that's true. And I gotta learn, and I tell my students that too. Taking a break is not giving up.
Right.
So I gotta put that in my head.
Yeah, you gotta start taking some of that yourself.
Exactly.
But anyway, you know, so that's a little something that we wanted to talk about today. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, for everybody listening, you know, just try to ground yourself. You know, it will pass. If there's any negative
what would you
energy,
suggest for grounding? Aside from breath work, can you think of anything else that you would offer that you do for yourself?
Change your patterns. Say like if you, for example, like say like for example, like if you go to work every morning and then you make coffee at home. Change your patterns to start doing things different, you know, so you kind of break out of that cycle.
Right.
So instead of making coffee at home, go to Starbucks before you go to work. Change little things instead of start changing feelings.
Right.
You know, and then after feelings, you're gonna start feeling your emotions are gonna be they start getting better.
Okay.
So little things, just changing little things to start changing your direction of where you're going.
Okay.
Yeah, and go to the beach, go to the mountains, try to ground yourself more.
Right.
And if you live in the city, just get out of the city. You know, just to ground yourself, you feel better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister and I've been going to the gym.
Yeah.
Because we just thought we just gotta get out there and just, you know, instead of sitting on the couch watching the news or getting on social media. You know, so aside from doing a little prayer in the morning, we started going to the gym again.
That's
just
good.
To get out. I mean, not only does it help you mentally, but obviously physically as well.
Yeah.
So we've changed things up a little bit with that. And then we have Jamie coming into the shop, to the center here, and she's been moving the rooms around, just shifting the energy. You know, stuff gets stagnant when you don't move.
Jamie's amazing.
She is.
Yeah,
So she's quite creative. So you'll have to come into the center and see what she's been doing with the rooms. But it's the same thing with just the energy, you know, not just us as a body, but even your home.
Yeah.
Change things around a little bit. Buy yourself some flowers. Plant a little garden. There's all kinds of things that you could do. I even get into a rut too.
Yeah.
You know, with the same thing like you're saying, and I'm trying to change those things up just so I can mentally prepare myself.
Yeah, you gotta change things around too. Like me, I had a bad habit before. I would get home, I'm tired, 10-hour, 12-hour days, you know, and so I get home, I'll eat in my bedroom and watch TV. That's not good, because then you stay awake. You want to use just your bedroom for sleeping. So don't bring in there to have dinner there or and watch TV. You want to use your bedroom just for sleeping. Watch TV in your living room, and so kind of change just the things around, you know, so you can kind of balance everything.
Right. Yeah. And set a nice table setting.
Yes.
I've been doing that too.
Yes,
we've been eating more at home because I don't want to eat out as much.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I've been like getting out the good dishes, and even Lonnie's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I'm like, nothing. You know, we have all these nice dishes and we don't ever use them. So, you know, just things like that.
Good.
Just it does make you feel good. It really does. So
like walking into a clean house, or like that feeling.
Right.
That feeling is just like, okay, I like this.
Yeah. So there's little things that you can do. You know, eat the cake, as they say.
There you go. Yeah.
So, is there anything else you'd like to add?
What else is there out there? What's going on?
We're gonna stop this podcast, and then we're gonna go, oh hey, we forgot this, or we should have talked about that. So, but if you come into the center, we'll talk your ear off. There's no doubt about it. We'll walk you all the way out to the gate and keep on talking.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll follow you.
Yeah, we'll follow you out to your car even, just to keep talking to somebody. But really though, if you're searching and you're seeking, you know, stop on in. A lot of people just come on in too, just for the vibe here. Some people will walk in and just say, you know what, I'm not gonna buy anything. I just want to walk around. I just want to take in all the scents. Just check it out and have a small chat, and then they're on their way.
Yeah, and everybody that's came into this place, even including myself, when I walked into this place the first time, it's the energy. It's the energy is like, okay, this is different. You know, it's just grounding.
Right.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to leave. You're like,
right.
Feels so good.
Right.
Even Sashi, before he even pulled up here, he knew he's oh, it feels good over here before he pulled up.
Right.
And everybody says that.
Yeah,
it's just so grounding. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's the building, I don't know.
It's us.
Yeah, everything.
I think it's what we've created. We've created that feeling along with the building, and those that are still walking the hallway here.
Yes,
they're keeping us busy and keeping the energy clean as much as they can. So we're doing all that we can. But like we said, if you need something, obviously we don't have all the answers and we're not therapists, but come in and we could point you in the right direction, hopefully. And if not, if we can't help you, hopefully we could send you to someone who can.
Yeah.
Because there's Lady Mary that we send people to. So there are some other people in the community that we could send you to if you need something that we can't offer.
That's right. And we will have a podcast in Spanish pretty soon, so it's going to be every week. So I'll tune in.
Right. Yeah. So, alrighty. Well, we're gonna say goodbye for now until next Thursday. But if you, also too, if any of you have any thing that you can recommend that you would like for us to talk about, send some suggestions our way. You could come into the shop. You could email me themindfullotus@yahoo. Get on social media. Anything, if there's something a topic that you would like to talk about, or you want us to talk about, or maybe you have some questions, and if we could answer it, that'd be great. If not, we'll start looking around to see if someone can.
That's right.
But yeah, send some ideas, some topics our way, and we'll see what we could do to discuss them.
That's right.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Well, we wish you a blessed day. And have a good one. And again, thank you again for listening to us. You can find us on YouTube. You can check out our social media on Instagram, The Mindful Lotus, as well as Facebook.
Yep.
And Zenful Louie.
Zenful Louie on Instagram. Yeah.
And we have Leslie, who is our tarot reader. She also does yoga and does a tarot circle. And we have Carissa, who is also a tarot reader, and she's doing the full moon gathering on June 14th.
That's right.
So if you're interested in that, let us know.
Yep, those guys are amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you again. We are incredibly grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Heidi.